All right, so hey guys, today we got Tucker in the building, and he's gonna be, dropping tons of jewels and kind of telling us his journey, and on how he was able to find success online. So, let's get into it. So, I think the best place to start is, with how did you get started? How did you get started with this journey?
So like the online journey, like
Yeah, getting started in the digital marketing journey. Like, how did you get into, doing stuff online?
cool. So online, I was working at Frito-Lay. I was a material handler. So basically I was the guy that was tossing boxes of Cheetos and Fritos inside of the trucks, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, it was fine, but I always knew at the bottom of my heart that I didn't want to do manual labor for like the rest of my life. I didn't want to work in warehouses. I didn't want to work in trucks. I didn't want to be tossing boxes of chips, right? I
Yeah.
wanted to be like, I basically just wanted to be like fulfilling my mission, like more, like just being more fulfilled, right? And so I was listening to a podcast trying to improve my person, my mentality, my everything while I was in this in this place, right? And as I was tossing the boxes of chips inside of the truck, I was listening to Smart Passive Income by Pat Flynn and then
Hmm.
Entrepreneur on Fire by John Lee Dumas. And I was floored. I was literally astounded as soon as I heard them say that not only they were making six figures per year, but they were making six figures per month. That
Yeah.
is actually when I started like, wow, I have to do this. And ever since then, I've been completely obsessed with just the whole digital
Yeah, you
marketing.
sound like you sound a lot like me. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I kind of started off with Pat Flynn also. Like, he's the
did you?
man. Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, anyway, that's basically my story. So ever since then, I mean, I still remember like the first time I heard the word like CTA or like click through rate or like call to action. I was like, what are all these things? I had no clue what people were talking about, or like the show up rates or all these things. And so just by diving in and actually like soaking in the information from Pat Flynn, from all these other guys, I then started listening to like who were the best, who were the top guns, and then I simply just followed what they did, whether it was for Facebook advertising, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it was. And then I just started modeling their kind of success and what was working. Plus, I'm really observant and analytical when it comes down to this kind of stuff. And so I was able to like pick up of what was actually working and what wasn't working really quick.
Yeah, and that's something I always tell a lot of my students is that, like, testing is like really important. Like, you have to test everything because
Yeah.
even if you just said, like, you might be able to look at someone's model, their business model, and see what they're doing, but you may not be able to replicate that success if you don't know exactly why they're doing certain things. And
Yeah.
so that's why, yeah, like, definitely, like, being analytical and testing is like super important.
Very.
Yeah, so what did you do when you got started? Like, did you jump into like the blogging? Did you do the Facebook ads first, or how did that journey take place?
So I kind of have like two little like starting journeys. So
Okay.
when I was going to college before I quit, we were supposed to make our e-portfolios, right? And the
Hmm.
e-portfolios we were supposed to do and create with WordPress. It literally it took me so long just to figure out WordPress that I had literally had to take month-long breaks because I just got so overwhelmed with like the whole techie side of things, right?
Hmm.
And so I just kept pushing myself there. Once I started learning more about the WordPress stuff, plus my dad, he kind of helped me with. He knew a lot about WordPress and a lot about the digital marketing stuff. So he kind of taught me about it, right? And I started like picking up like WordPress quicker, and then I started doing more WordPress stuff for other people. So I was getting paid to fix people's WordPress sites, and then
Okay.
during this time, I was also doing like the more digital marketing, listening to podcast type stuff, and I also like started learning more about affiliate marketing. So what did I do? I go to Fiverr and I found this ebook on ClickBank, and I start spamming all of the people and like basically just sending them the link for the ebook to buy because it said like, oh, make $5,000 a month on Fiverr, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like all these Fiverr people need to learn about it, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
this is the first time I learned about the word spamming because Fiverr actually shut down my account.
Yeah.
So that happened. I was like, okay, well, it's probably not the thing. So basically, the done for you services was where I started. Then right after that was more like affiliate marketing. Um, I tested like e-commerce, I tested everything, but it always came back to applying digital marketing skill sets for local and local business owners and bigger companies and whatever. So it always came back to more service-based work and agency work, and that's where I found my forte.
Okay, and so yeah, that brings us to basically Dan Henry, because I know in his group, and when I decided to take his course, that's actually where I discovered you and a lot of other people at because that community is like it's really amazing. So I'm aware that you got a T-shirt. You got one of Dan Henry's 10K T-shirts.
I did get the
Congrats, man. So how was talk about that process, because like a lot of people especially in this group, one of the biggest problems they have is getting clients. And so, whenever you do a service business, the way that you succeed is being able to get clients on a consistent basis.
yeah.
So can you kind of talk to us about like your strategies that you use to get clients and also ultimately be successful doing that?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it flat out. I made $10,000. Okay, so I made $10,000 in a month's time, in 10 months, but 5 years in the making. Okay, so
Okay.
I've been working on this journey. Hitting that $10,000 milestone to me was a huge. It was basically like crossing that next level, hitting that next plateau, because I knew that once I hit that, I could do it again. The first time I hit $10,000 per month, it was so sporadic. It was so spread out everywhere. Like it was for coaching and affiliate marketing and for client work and consulting and agency work, and it was everywhere. And so I was so busy, like doing multiple different industries too. So it was really hard, actually trying to figure that out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it was just being consistent at like posting on Facebook. A lot of them came from like different platforms that I have set up. So one of them came from like Indeed. I don't know if you have like an account on Indeed, but basically I uploaded my resume, like my entrepreneurial resume, and then a lot of bigger clients actually came to me and said, "Hey, we like your stuff. We'd like to talk more." And then just from referrals, and it was kind of everywhere. So right now I'm working on streamlining my platforms and my processes so that it is more consistent on a regular basis.
Okay, so you're saying that you have different types of clientele and different types of businesses, really. Like you have the affiliate marketing and things like that. That's like
Yeah,
kind of padding your income.
it was all over. Let's just say that. Like
Okay.
the time that I use and everything that I learned from Dan Henry, I basically applied it, but it was so broad, meaning niche down very specifically. So I'm working on perfecting my niche, perfecting my again processes and streamlining my systems, and then making sure that it can be consistent on a regular basis.
Okay, and it's funny because that's kind of the place I'm in, because I like to again, I love the test. So I'm doing a lot of different things, and so I totally get where you're coming from with that. Because if you have like one niche, it's like super easy to just kind of focus on that. Because like
Yep.
when I first started doing the Facebook ads, I started off with just doing chiropractors, and I was able to find some success doing that. But then I just like wanted to test and see what it's like to work in other industries. So that's kind of why I decided to branch out. But so what niche are you kind of focusing on right now?
So actually, right now, I've done. So that's the thing. When it comes, this is awesome too. You want to start broad. You want to you want to start very broad. You want to get as many results in different industries as you can, because you don't want to find the niche. You want to have the niche find you. So I started with childcare. I started with restaurants. I started with chiropractor. I started with everything under the sun, right? I started getting a lot of results, and I started figuring out what's working and what's not. So I basically just picked a niche, tanning salons, right? And so right now I'm currently working with 6 locations, and I'm trying to scale that up to 20 to 30. And it takes time, but because I had started broad, I found out what niches work best, what niches don't work, what niches I want them to pay me, what niches can afford, and what niches. It just takes a lot of
Yeah.
processing, a lot of like different results to actually find out what works. And then you start narrowing it down to like, hey, I got results in this industry. Let me see if I can double those results with the same type of industry, right? That's basically how it started.
Okay, and it's interesting you said tanning salon. Like that's something that's just like a completely it's a niche that nobody would probably think of. So that's pretty
Blue
interesting.
ocean. Dude, it's a blue ocean. I'm swimming free. I don't have to worry about any sharks, dude.
Oh wow, that's really cool. So let's talk about the affiliate marketing stuff. I know that
Okay.
that's something that you also specialize in. So how'd you get started with that, and what is one of the things that you think is like the big gem that most people just are not seeing that allows you to be successful, and why they're not able to find success?
So I've noticed that when it comes down to affiliate marketing, like affiliate marketing isn't my thing. Again, it's more of the service-based type agency work, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a caveat to that because there's about 4 or 5 income streams that I like to focus on personally, whether it's so it's like agency work done for you. There's also consulting, there's affiliate marketing, there's coaching, there's then selling your own products. So that's about 5, right?
Yeah.
So every single person that I talk to, I try to see how many of those different income streams I can sell them on, right? So if I'm going to sell someone on agency work or done for you services, I'm going to try to sell them on 2 more, which is also affiliate marketing and maybe a little bit of consulting or coaching, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
do? I say, hey, I'm going to do this for you on a monthly basis, but I've got this program that you have to sign up for, which is called ClickFunnels. I give them my link and then I do the work for them. I'm getting paid also from ClickFunnels and getting more accounts that way. I want that ClickFunnels card, so I'm going to get it. And
Yeah.
if I can, I'll try to upsell them on different like coaching or consulting packages after I get them, certain results or whatever. So I try to focus on those 5 income streams with every single person that inquires for my business.
Okay, so you're basically saying that once you get a client, you don't only focus on that one service that you're providing to them. You also try to get them to do your affiliate services as well. Like sign up for ClickFunnels because you want to run Facebook ads or any type of ads. They need a landing page to be on. Yep. So that's kind of like a no brainer for them. And then you offer the coaching as well, like kind of because one of the things I've realized like doing Facebook ads for local businesses is that a lot of these businesses they a lot of times they need a lot of help with it, just marketing in general, just understanding that and just understanding like once you get them a lead, being able to close that lead and just have like the sales process.
Yes.
So that makes a lot of sense. That really definitely makes a lot of sense to provide that.
Well, just to add a teeny little bit, so I call it the offer arsenal, meaning a lot of people they go in trying to have a conversation and sell someone on one thing, right? They have that thing like I'm going to do Facebook ads for you. But you have to have your offer arsenal. Meaning you have to have at least 5 different offers that you're already you're already programmed yourself to start thinking about, and that all comes from the questions that you ask your clients during the first initial conversation. You need to find out what they want. Mm-hmm. You also need to find out what they need. You need to tell them both things, and then you need to sell them accordingly. But you can't sell something to someone if you don't actually have it set up first, right? So I create about 5 different offers. Again, the affiliate marketing, coaching, consulting, done for you. And then I have that in my mind. Once I figure out which direction I need to go during the conversation, I then pitch them and sell them right there.
Okay. And so that's another very important thing. I feel like just knowing how to sell and being able to pitch your clients. So so you're selling 5 different things. So kind of walk us through how you're able to do that, because like I know like a lot of clients and I guess it really depends. It really depends on the type of prospecting you're doing, because some of these clients, like once they hear that $1,500 a month and $2,000 a month fee, they're already kind of backing up a little bit. So the fact that you're able to throw in 4 other services, how are you able to do that?
So you don't want to. If people are starting to back up, that's kind of a red flag. You want to go after the people who shrug at the $2,000 to $3,000 per month price point. Like you want to go after those people that can pay for that, right? And then also, sorry, I just want to clarify. The question is how, can you say it again?
Yeah. How do you, what's your process of being able to sell them on the 5 different things? Like,
cool. Yeah. So I've been practicing phone calls. Every single phone call I do, it's either a make or break. And I learn from each one. I try to record every single phone call that I have, just for my training purposes, but also for like the future when I want to go, hire a VA or hire someone else. I want to go and, give them the training, the proper trainings, and like hear what I'm saying so that they can do the same thing, right? So that's the first thing I do. And then so basically what I do is I go and I start the phone call, right? I already have the options in my head of what I want to close them on, but I need to make sure that what I offer them is something that they will say yes to. So I have my 5 income streams. I have my 5 different offers that I need to sell them. After I hear them out, I ask them about their bids. I ask them a ton of questions. I'm literally curious or on their business, right? Like I'm drilling them tons. I'm not like hardcore drilling them with questions, but I'm sincerely curious on how their business is working to even see if I can help them or not, right?
Yeah.
So then after I talk to them a lot of I ask them a lot of questions. I then start breaking down their disbeliefs and I start building their belief patterns, right? So this is what's been going on. Tons of local business owners are struggling. This is what's going to help you. Here is how it will help you. After hearing you out, this is what I offer. You've got until Sunday, or like, this is my normal price. You've got until this day to say yes. If you say yes, I'll take off this much, and I'll also add this on. And then something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a really good sales process, man.
Well, yeah.
But so I'm, and that's really important. I'm glad you said that, because I'm sure that's definitely going to help a lot of people out in the way they go about selling. And so I actually lost my train of thought in the other question I had. All right. So one of the most important things in general online for everyone is getting traffic.
Okay.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. So what have you found to be very successful for you in terms of getting traffic and getting in front of these clients and getting these strategy calls?
So do you mean getting traffic for my clients, or getting traffic for myself to get clients?
For yourself to get clients.
Oh, cool. So I appreciate this question, because again, the first $10,000 month that I had, it was it was referrals. It was from Indeed. It was from people messaging me on Facebook. It was from coaching. It was from affiliate marketing, right? It was from everywhere. So what I've started to do is I backed down a little bit. I started looking at my fundamentals, and then I just started building on that. So what I actually have now, I think a lot of people call it this way, but I kind of focus on this. What I'm focusing on right now is called the Facebook profile funnel. So basically, like, you have your cover photo, it has an offer on it, like a quick call to action. Your featured photos also has something. And basically, I have a system to where I post. It's called the 3-2-1 method. 3 days in a row, I post lifestyle. This is me with my family. This is me going out to dinner. This is me posting something funny that I just thought about. This is me taking a snapshot of something funny that just happened, right? 3 days in a row, I'm posting lifestyle photos or posts. 2 days in a row after that, I'm posting value. Hey, Tanny Salon owners, here's 10 ways that you can improve your marketing in 10 days. Hey, restaurant owners, basically I'm just giving tips, I'm giving strategies, I'm recording videos, I'm asking questions, I'm diving into their lives. I'm trying to be as personable as I can, but also give them value, right? Value doesn't always mean a cheat sheet. It can be a simple question that people know the answer to. So then while they're answering the questions, they feel that self-fulfillment by answering the questions that they're experts at, right?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
appealing to their ego. Day 6, so you got the 3 days, then you got the 2 days, then you got the 1 day. On the last day, it's my business call to action post. So I'm either saying, hey, buy this thing. Hey, schedule a call. Hey, if you're interested, I've got this thing that you can buy super cheap. I've got this book, whatever. So that's my 3-2-1 process, my 3-2-1 method that I'm using right now on Facebook. As I'm doing this, I'm also adding people as friends, different business owners from different groups, and then I'm letting my other systems work for me. So like LinkedIn, I have my LinkedIn profile set up to where I'm getting inbound, basically leads and people messaging me. Same thing with Indeed, and those are my like 3 main inbound client onboarding strategies.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm glad you mentioned LinkedIn, because wait, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned LinkedIn, because it's funny. You're like basically my 3rd person I've interviewed now. So, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and all 3 of you have a completely different ways that you go about getting traffic and getting clients. And so that's really cool, because now, the group and people watching this, you're able to see the different strategies that you can use to get traffic, because I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about using Indeed at all to get traffic. So that's cool. That's a really cool gem.
So think about Indeed for a sec. Everyone is on Indeed. Like, we gotta go with the psychology. Everyone is in Indeed because of 2 reasons: either to get hired or to hire. Okay, so I'm there to get hired, and once people pitch me for a job, I'm then going to pitch them on either coaching, consulting, done for you, or whatever. So I go, and everything's all algorithm based. Everything's all keyword based. So I have uploaded my resume, my entrepreneurial resume, every single gig that I've done, whether it's for consulting, coaching, whatever. I paste on Indeed, and I use keywords that people are already looking for. So Facebook ads expert, Facebook ads specialist. And then once people type that into Indeed, they then find my profile. My contact information is right there. My bio is right underneath that. All of my gigs and references are right underneath that. All of my skill sets, which are also tags, right? So like other keywords. And then
Yeah.
once someone types that in, boom, I'm the first person to show up. They contact me, extra 3 to 5 grand made just right there.
Wow. Wow. That's great. That's great. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Tucker. I mean, I really appreciate you jumping on this call and just dropping tons of value on it.
You're welcome, dude.
I think that, just the LinkedIn stuff is really interesting things, and just hearing about your journey is just really cool. It's funny. I feel like a lot of us, like, we all started out the same place. Like, I started out listening to Pat Flynn and just seeing the type of income that he was making every month, and that kind of got me into this whole thing. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and he's still going right now too. So, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I know you're really busy, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. And yeah, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add you in the group. And so, for you guys watching this, basically, if you have any questions to ask Tucker, if you have any other thoughts about this, just be sure to post in the comments on this video.
Awesome.
So, all right, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
You too.
All right. Bye.